So what if you're not good enough? So what if you can't do it? So what if you're not who they think you should be? So what? Hi, I'm Winnie Bartholomew and I welcome you to my channel where I talk about all things gospel. If you're new, this is where I try to inspire people the little way that I can. That is basically what I do, and it's always a pleasure to have you here. Today I will be sharing some tips on how I got over that feeling of I am not good enough. How I got over that tag of I am not good enough. Yeah, the internet is always a good place to learn. So most of us actually in our closets, we know or feel like we are behind in so many ways. And most times, like me, people have actually told me, you are not good enough. Quit trying. You're not good enough. I've heard things like this. And at some point, I actually let it weigh me down until I started seeing myself in the image that God has created me. Now, how did I do this? Number one, I started to identify, just like I was taught or like I read, I started to identify what was good enough, what was good, what was enough. I mean, what is good enough? What is really enough? What is good enough for that person might not be good enough for me. What is good for A might not be good for B. What is enough for A might not be enough for B. So I decided not to let people's definition of good and enough be my own definition. Now, in trying to overcome that feeling of you not being good enough, you need to identify, first of all, what you think is good and enough for you. Not other people's interpretation, your interpretation. Identify that. Acknowledge what is good and not good. Okay? And number two, also acknowledge your thoughts. Know that sometimes your thoughts might play tricks on you. Your thoughts might actually tell you this is it, and that is actually not it. You might be thinking and it's not your reality. So you need to understand that your thoughts are actually not your reality until you dwell on them and it becomes your reality. So when that thought comes that you're not good enough, shove it aside, because at that point it's coming, it's actually not your reality. You need to understand that you have the power, to subdue that thought. Number three, negativity. Refrain from negative thoughts. It comes. Sometimes I'm in my closet, sometimes I'm in my house, and I'm thinking, if I can, like that. I know I can't. No. Understand that your thoughts are even prayer. Understand that what you think about is also a method of praying. Prayer also involves what you think about, how you think, what you think about. You're thinking about something, you're indirectly praying. You don't know, because your thoughts, they become your reality, like I said before, if you don't deal with it. So if those negative thoughts are coming that you're not good enough, snap out of it, get out of it, just refrain from it. And number four, this is one big problem. Comparing yourself to another person. The Bible says comparing themselves one to another, they are not wise. So the first step to knowing that you're actually not wise is when you begin to compare yourself with another person. Comparing yourself to another person. That's the very big sign of stupidity. I'm sorry. Oh, my language. I am sorry. Yes. That is one big sign of, okay. Yeah. So what if Mr. A is better at something? Remember, it doesn't matter if Mr. A is better at something. You are B and you are a part of the alphabet. If a word needs B to make it make sense, even if you put an A there, it will not make sense. So you are you. Stop comparing yourself. You have your own usefulness. Everyone is useful. Just imagine. There are a billion people, like billions of people on earth. And you, my dear, you are still here. And you say you are not useful and you say you are not good enough. Really? I'll tell you what. You are good enough. Get out of comparing. Get out of comparison. See, I used to do it, right? Yeah, we are learning. Well, thank God for grace. Thank God for good. Thank God for His word that is being made manifest in our lives. See, when your identity is attacked, then you would understand that you can't do anything. So sometimes I look at younger people doing great things, better things, like doing so wonderfully well. And I would just sit in my clothes and I'll be like, Winnie, what exactly are you doing? I mean, what exactly have you achieved? What exactly are you doing? It gets to me too. But sometimes I wallow in these thoughts. Sometimes, like, it weighs me down. It takes my joy out. But then I realized that the devil is a very big liar. Like, the devil would always make you see the things that you're not good at. The devil would always make you feel like you're not doing anything. You are you. You are needed. You, if you are B, appreciate the fact that you are B, because B is a part of a puzzle. B is a part of the alphabet, and B is a letter that is also needed. Stop comparing yourself. It will drain your essence. It will take away your peace. Get out of comparison trap. Get out of it. Yeah, I'm very passionate about people comparing themselves, because it's one thing. It's the quickest way to slip into depression, when you think everybody is doing something and you're not doing anything. Before you know what is happening, you're getting sad. So, yeah. Well, number 5. Okay, let me use a very funny example. People don't testify sometimes in churches when God heals them of headache, because they say, what is headache? It's just headache now. I mean, God, people come to give bigger testimonies. No. That little testimony, that little victory that you have, that little thing that made you uncomfortable at some point that you got delivered from, or that you had the victory over, it is worth celebrating. So if you must overcome the feeling of I am not good enough, the feeling of not good enough, not being good enough, you must learn to celebrate your little victories. So what if she has a mansion and I'm just saving money to buy land? So at least I am saving money. Appreciate it. Celebrate the fact that you can even save money, because everything that people did, they started from somewhere. Nobody ever just had it all. Nobody has it all together. We all start from somewhere. So that little victory. What if she has a library full of books to her name and I am just trying to put my pen and paper down, thinking of what to write down? I am starting. I am celebrating the fact that I am even starting. So celebrate your small wins, your little victories. Do not look at people's victories or highlights and use it to judge your own little victory. Whether little or big, it is something. Celebrate it. Then, number 6. Focus on your progress. Focus on your progress, not your perfection. People just want to get to the top. I can't do that. I'm not perfect. No, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. You only need to understand that you are growing. Growth is not a light switch that you just switch on. Growth is a step dance that we all must master. So if you're doing something and others are already good at what they do, learn what they are doing. Like, learn what makes them good at what they do and apply it with your own uniqueness and grow. Growth is better than perfection. Growth is always better than perfection, because if you think you're perfect at one thing, another thing comes out, because this word is innovative. It's innovative. Okay, so your growth matters more than your perfection. So if you strive for perfection, you will lose the journey. If you strive to be perfect, you will lose the process. You will lose the lessons that you would have gained alongside as you embarked on your journey. Focus more on your growth and your progress, not how perfect you are. When I started my YouTube channel, I knew I wasn't this bold. I wasn't even bold at all. I remember a friend of mine telling me that, you were too serious. My first video anyway, you were too serious. But today, I am trying to understand the concept of how this thing works. I'm trying to focus on the growth, not how perfect I am or what I have to say. Okay, focus on your impact, not the perfection. Okay? Yeah. So, the last one I want to say today, stop over identifying where you fail, your fail points. Okay? The fact that you miss it or you miss something, the fact that you did not get something right does not make you a failure. Okay, it doesn't. Nobody ever got it right at once. It's a very big lie from the pit of hell if they tell you they got it. Oh, I just did this and I got it. Nobody ever gets it right. I tell you, people go behind closed doors seeking and racking their brain. They want to do something because everybody is trying to get it right. Nobody has it all together. So don't let your flaws make you feel like you are a failure, or you're not doing something right, or you're not good enough. You are good enough, okay? It doesn't matter if A is at the top. Take a step. Celebrate your step. It doesn't matter how shallow they think you are. No, it doesn't. Do something. So, okay, I'll give you an example, yeah? If you want to stay okay with your mindset, when people criticize you, don't take it to heart negatively, okay? See how you can grow from that criticism. I made a dress for someone one day back then in Nigeria, and I was just starting. I was still in fashion school actually, and the person said, okay, this wasn't what I actually told you. I don't like it. Are you sure you're really skilled? There's something they call obioma in Nigeria. Obioma is, all those roadside tailors, And the person was like, Abi, you are just an obioma. I looked at the person and I said, I am not there yet. My skills would need an upgrade. When I got home, that word that person said, if he's watching this video, he knows what I'm talking about. So that singular word that person said made me to sit down and think about how I could be better in terms of designing, sewing, and all that. That singular criticism put me on a pathway to bettering my skills, to doing something, okay. I didn't take it to heart. He made an assumption. He just said something. If I had listened, or if I had taken it negatively, I would not have made any other dress. I wouldn't have done it. I would have given up on that dream because someone thought at that point in my life, while I was still training, that I didn't have what it takes to be a fashion designer. Believe in yourself, regardless of how long it takes. Believe in what you can do. Let nobody tell you because you're not doing something right, you are not good enough. Tell them, I will upgrade. There is always room to learn, unlearn, and relearn. It doesn't mean I am not good enough. And lastly, see yourself in the image that God has created you. I mean, you are worthy and good enough that He sent His Son to die for you. What more do you want? Begin to see yourself in that reflection. And I tell you, the journey, being good enough or seeing yourself as so good, it's a journey. I'm not telling you it's going to be easy, but I'm telling you we are both on that journey and we will do greatly. Okay? Yeah. I wanted to tell you that, and I hope I was able to bless you. Now, if you have not subscribed, do your girl a favor. Just hit the button. It's free, guys. It's free. And I really want to thank you for watching my videos. I really want to say I appreciate you guys. Yeah, that's basically it for today. Before I go, I always say that's your attitude of gratitude. Don't lose it. Yeah. I'll be seeing you till I see you again. Have a beautiful week. I love you guys. And bye for now.